What's going on, everybody? For all you out there on Twitter Spaces, welcome in. And for everybody over at the YouTube channel or on Twitter watching, you can see me and Big Orange Mac live in studio. Trying to get everybody in here. I see Roberto's still probably trying to get the past the links out because he's usually like dilly-dallying for about 15 minutes. Mac, welcome in, buddy.
Good morning.
You ready for a great day of college football, whether it's in Starkville, Mississippi or State College, Pennsylvania?
Yes, it's a great day to be watching a little football on a Saturday afternoon. It's fall outside, but it still feels like summer. It's going to be about 85, so it's 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 it ain't exactly fall weather yet, but on the calendar it says fall, so be a good fall afternoon.
I think this Saturday, like week 5 Saturday, in 2005, we hosted Ole Miss in Knoxville the week after we beat LSU after Katrina. On the Monday night game where it was postponed, Ames threw the underhanded ball out of the back of the end zone for the pick six, and then Clausen came in and won the game for us. We were in CC row like 2. So 50-yard line, upper deck, row 2. And it was a noon kickoff, and I swear to God, it was hotter than 88 UCLA. So you just never know. Like, end of September can be brutal.
Yeah. It don't exactly go away. It'll eventually just slowly start cooling down. I got college game day on, and those kids are wearing hoodies and sweaters, and I'm kind of like,
oh yeah, no doubt. Jana, say that again.
That was the hottest hottest I've ever been that Ole Miss game.
Yeah, I agree. I've been miserably wet at too many Florida games, but as far as being hot, that Ole Miss day. Now I hear, I was a kid for the UCLA 88 game, but yeah, you're right. It's crazy the difference. Like, I was stationed up in North Dakota in the late 90s. On the border of Minnesota, probably about three hours west of Minneapolis.
Were you at Minot?
I was at Grand Forks.
Okay.
Yeah, Minot was another like 4 hours even west towards the Montana state line, or the Idaho state line, Montana, whatever. They kind of both intersect on that west side. But this time, by now up there, it's like seriously fall. It's like, it's getting down in the 40s at night.
It's already snowed up there.
And a high
it's already snowed up there.
So when I was there, we would generally get snow on Halloween. And I mean,
I think it's already snowed though. I think I read that yesterday.
I mean a good snow on Halloween. And that snow would not melt until April. Yeah.
Hey, let's hope the Vols don't go out like a bunch of punks like Scotty Scheffler. How is world number 1 and 3 in a group, and they're just getting absolutely dog whipped by a bunch of average golfers?
It's called skins play, man. When you play skins, I've never been a fan of the skins format. It's fun for buddies to play in, but it's not real golf. Stroke play. It's not stroke play. So anyway,
so we're not going to talk any Ryder Cup today. I understand that, but I just want to get it out there that this is important, and this sets the tone for the University of Tennessee today. I'm just going to say it. That's how it's got to be.
I think Mississippi
English, known Georgia Bulldog, playing like crap. Bryson DeChambeau just hit a bad shot for the first time all tournament.
I think Mississippi State has Americans in their fan base that are pulling for the Ryder Cup team, so I don't think it has anything to do with Tennessee. So, Anyway,
Mississippi State hates America. Everybody knows that.
I was not aware of that, but
disagree with that. From
they're probably.
You do realize I was born in Biloxi, right? I was born in Biloxi.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah. Some of us can't have it all, Rusty.
That's right. Can't be this pretty and be born in Tennessee. So
Mac's not in here, but he's in here. Is that how that works?
Say hi to Mac. He's on the stream with me,
What's
so
up,
you can
my
talk.
Friend.
Good morning.
I still owe you an apology for Ohio State last year. My phone died, and I was trying to get Mac to our tailgate, and I dropped the ball on that. I want to apologize. I've never got an opportunity to do it face-to-face, so sorry about that.
Oh, man, it's all good. Hell, by the time I was pretty, as they say down, I was pretty fricasseed by the time kickoff started, so whew, that was rough.
Big Back Mac was feeling no pain that day, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Hey,
no, going into the game.
Oh, I know. So, Mac was at a high school game last night. So I'm gonna hit him, and then everybody else jump in too. Last night was pretty cool. You got Florida State up in Charlottesville, and UVA jumps out to a 14-0 lead. Florida State storms back after a couple bad picks by the UVA quarterback in the second quarter. Florida State takes the lead 21-14. Virginia scores a touchdown at the very end of the first half, gets it 21-all. They come out, make Florida State go 3-and-out, get the ball, go downfield, go up, and then it's back and forth. Tony Elliott butchers the end of game scenario whenever he allowed Florida State to run the clock down to 30 seconds and score a touchdown to tie. He's awful. He had all 3 timeouts. Didn't use any of them.
White tried to hire him.
Oh, I know.
Awful.
I know. Tony didn't use any of his 3 timeouts. Could have got the ball back with like a minute and 45 left with no timeouts, tied with a chance to run your offense and get in field goal range for a game winner. Instead, he didn't use any of them, got the ball back with 30. They're in a panic. They don't get it. Goes to overtime. Then they both teams score a touchdown in the first overtime. They come out in the second overtime. They score, get the 2-point conversion. However, the funniest part of that was Tony sent out.
White needed to be picked up by a shovel.
No. Tony Elliott, after they scored their touchdown, which was the first, they had the first possession in overtime too. Tony sent out the extra point unit. And you have to go.
Shows how inept he is.
And you have to go for 2 in the second overtime. And there was a whole discombobulation, but they ended up getting the 2-point conversion anyway. The Virginia players overcame Tony Elliott. It was hilarious. And then we had a hell of a game out in Tempe, Mac. I don't know if you saw that one or caught any of it.
I didn't see any college games last night.
14, right?
TCU dominated the whole ball game in Tempe, and Arizona State finally got it together in the last 8 minutes of the ball game, got it tied, and then after they got it tied, TCU fell apart, and Hoover, who's a really good quarterback in my opinion, threw back-to-back picks. And then Arizona State kicked the game-winning field goal, and then the Oregon State Houston game was crazy too. I know Oregon State's horrendous, but they trailed by like 17 most of the game, and they trailed by 14 with like 5 to go, scored 2 touchdowns, and then one on a field goal in overtime.
You mean Houston. Though,
what did I say?
You said they after you said Oregon State. Oregon State led that game.
Yes, so Oregon State was 0-4 coming in. They're horrible. Right. They led most of the ball game. They were up 17 at one point. Oregon State was up 14 with like 5 to go, and Houston scored 2 touchdowns in the last 4 minutes or so to get it to overtime, and then Houston won on a field goal. So for how crazy and awesome, Mac, this day of college football is, we had a hell of a Friday night to start it off.
Yeah,
it scares me a little bit, guys. I'm not going to lie, Big Mac. What do you think? Upset weekend. Home dogs are coming back and winning games late. That kind of freaks me out a little bit. Also,
yeah, it makes me really nervous. Because Mississippi State ain't no punk. They've really solidified their defense, and that receiver that they got, was it number 10? What was it? I can't think of his name.
He's zero. It's zero, isn't he?
Yeah.
For Mississippi State, the
Yeah.
fastest player in college football.
Zero,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm just scared for young Redmond or whoever's going to be covering him, because oh my God, I even hate thinking about it. They're going to have to send some help over there on that side. Do something.
Whatever you do, don't go putting a freshman on an island like we tried to do against Georgia.
No, can't do that.
Safety help over the top. Play cover 4 zone. Play cover 3. I would play lots of zone. But for what Banks hasn't really wanted to these first 4 weeks. He's put our guys out there, and if McCoy and Gibson were out there, or if just one of them was out there, I would say let it rip. Play man all you want to, and
Yeah,
McCoy can play on an island, but I think Redmond will. I just don't. I think it's it's early.
Yeah, it's really a baptism by fire for him as a freshman. He can only go up from here. I mean, he can't. He can't get no worse.
Right.
And
it looks to me like your tape. Georgia knew he was out there.
Yep.
And Kirby and Bobo and the quarterback Stockton, they basically said, anytime we recognize that Tennessee's playing just straight up man with no safeties, where's number 4 at? We're going to go after him.
And hell, it's simple as hell, and it's just smart football. Who wouldn't do it?
It's seriously, all kidding aside.
Oh yeah, Spurrier would. Any good coach, when they have a matchup they like, let's hit it. Let's go after that guy.
Yeah, kind of like we did against Syracuse. They had that freshman all-world corner over there, and we torched his ass. And it's simple, smart football.
And that freshman at Syracuse is really nice. But hey, he's a true freshman in a spot that's probably too big for him, and Redmond's probably going through a little bit of that too. What other games of interest are out there for everybody?
I'll say Notre Dame, Arkansas really piques my interest. If Notre Dame were to go on the road, and that game's a lot closer line than I thought, Notre Dame were to go on the road and lose that game, they're out at CFP. That'd be wild. Notre Dame starting 1-3 and still being ranked would be quite a thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's a good one, man. That does have a lot of intrigue, because you're right. If Notre Dame doesn't get the win today, you can go ahead and take them out of the playoff picture, and that's really interesting that we're not having to worry about the Golden Domers in October. And Arkansas can play. Arkansas, honestly, has been not a terrible football team. They're weak on defense, but if they hold on to the football, they're undefeated right now.
Arkansas was a really weird place to play. It's way up in the northwest corner of the state. It's kind of no man's land. It's just really weird to play.
I had no idea how close it was to Norman until I was driving across country.
Right? Like a supernatural rivalry right there.
Yeah. But you're right. It's hard to go there. We got it last year there.
Yeah, it's a really weird place to play, and you can get beat. We've seen it. Gosh, oh God, if that's one that you'd love to have back, is that game. You got Sampson standing over there in the corner end zone all by himself, and you have a quarterback run out of bounds. Like, dude, what are you doing? I hate to harp on old shit.
In the first half, Squirrel was behind the defense by like 5 yards 3 times, and we didn't hit him once.
Couldn't hit him.
Yeah, just could not. Couldn't give him a chance to put his hands on it. Just Anyway, I like that one, Bobby.
Ask Bird if he's okay.
Oh yeah, he's fine. He got up. Oh yeah, so Mac, since you didn't see, I'll give you the breakdown. It was the greatest field storming of all time last night.
Mm-hmm.
Florida or Virginia's the end zone where they were playing overtime into. There's a hill, kind of like what Missouri used to have without the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no fence and there's no wall. So the crowd, all the students had made their way down. They were about 5 yards, maybe less than 5 yards off of the end line in the back of the end zone. And I mean, there is 5,000 people at least just right there, maybe more than that. It's crazy. And Squirrel White on 4th and goal is the intended receiver that Florida State throws it to, and it goes incomplete because the defender goes up and knocks it down. And Squirrel's on the ground, and it was like he was one of the dudes in Pepalona who fell down when the bulls come flying out and the stampede's on. And I mean,
it was bad.
You got to see it looked like a tidal wave of people.
Oh my God.
As soon as the ball went incomplete. I mean, I don't think the whistle had blown.
Super dangerous, all kidding aside.
It was. It was dangerous.
I wasn't kidding
No.
about
But Squirrel is fine. He walked off the field about 5 minutes later, but I can't tell you what the scene looked like. I mean, it was instantaneous. The ball was still like moving, like from spinning around on the ground, and the crowd is swarming. It was insanity.
I gotta see that.
You got to check it out. Somebody post that up on the Twitter page for us, please.
Yeah, Mac. Another way to say it is this: Squirrel White was probably picked up by a spatula. That's how he got off the field. I mean, I've never seen it. Like, I was fearful for the Virginia defensive back as well.
Yeah, both of them were on the ground.
Yeah, that's wild. Kind of like the scene on Animal House when Kevin Bacon was smushed onto the sidewalk.
Yeah. Nothing to see here. Everything is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade start when I saw it. That's exactly what I was like. So what other games tomorrow? Tomorrow. I'm thinking I'm still in yesterday. What other games today are standing out to everybody?
I mean, obviously the big two, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to avoid the big two. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid thinking about those.
I think Ole Miss and LSU is really interesting. We really don't know. LSU's kind of hit or miss. Ole Miss, they're like right there at the edge of. I think that game is in Oxford, right?
Yes, sir. Oxford. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I think.
Go ahead.
I think that Ole Miss can get over the hump on this one just because they're at home. Now, like LSU, they kind of really just kind of played around with Florida last week and just really, let Florida kind of hang around. But
so I asked the question yesterday to Brett Hollander, who's one of my favorite people ever. Has LSU beat anybody now that we've seen Florida?
No.
And Clemson?
No, really, they haven't. I mean, the only thing you can say about, Clemson, they went on the road and beat Clemson. That's kind of the only, yeah.
No, it's just.
Lee said last week, and I agreed with him, the Clemson team that got beat by LSU.
It's better than the current team.
Whatever it was. It's not the Clemson team we saw lose last weekend to Syracuse and get blown out.
But my point is,
you're right.
Clemson still couldn't run the ball like at all before Syracuse. That didn't just creep up. They have a problem. They can't run, and LSU has a problem. They can't hand the ball off and run it. Clemson is better than the team that showed them played against Syracuse. but they still had some serious deficiencies, especially the fact that they could not hand the ball off and get 2.5 yards per carry.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure LSU has an offense without Nussmeier being healthy.
well,
and the rumor is, by the way, he has a torn labrum.
Well, I mean, they can't run the ball, man. LSU puts everything is on Nussmeier's shoulder to drop back and pass. And I'm kind of with Mac. I think Ole Miss wins the ball game and covers. I really like that FCS quarterback that everybody's crucifying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they bringing out? Are they going to start that guy?
Yeah. The kid from I want to say Tarleton State, but it's not. Anyway, he's a. It's Chambliss, but I'm trying to remember his what FCS school he's at. But he's a stud. He fits them perfectly, and they got super lucky. Ferris State. And they got super lucky because he wasn't really their plan to be their guy.
FCS, by the way, they're Division II.
Yeah, sorry, close enough. He wasn't supposed to be the starter. He was just going to be an emergency guy for Simmons, but he's clearly better than Simmons. I think they win and cover today.
Yeah, and the bigger story in that game is Lane Kiffin's daughter dating LSU linebacker. So that's I think that's the bigger story. Just
Mac, did you watch the Lane Kiffin show on ESPN?
No, I did not see that. I heard it was pretty good.
So we were trying to come up with what alternate names for what that show should have been called. And I want to give you two, and you tell me which one's better. Dude, where's my Lexus? Or how Layla got her groove back.
Dude, where's my Lexus? Has got to be a winner, man. Dude, where's my Lexus? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Dude, where's my Lexus?
If anybody out there has some nominees for what Lane Kiffin's show should have been called, please don't hesitate to put those in the chat.
Okay, mine was pretty good. It was fire, mattresses everywhere.
Fire, mattresses everywhere.
Or left on the tarmac.
That one was there too.
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
I did hear something about tarmac. There was something about tarmac. Okay. So LSU Ole Miss. What's everybody's thoughts on that real quick? Just in one word, anybody that's on here, winner, just give me the winner.
I'm going Ole Miss.
Janice said LSU, Max says Ole Miss. I say Ole Miss. Bobby, I can barely hear you, but Bobby went Ole Miss, but I can barely hear him.
Well, I want Ole Miss to win because I really want Brian Kelly gone, so that's why I picked LSU.
Just to counteract it.
Well, another thing about that though, can you hear me better now, Rusty?
It's still kind of faint. And I'm echoing really bad now. Wow, that's rough.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave. Rusty, let me back in here in a minute.
Yes, sir. Okay. There's a couple other ball games that I'm gonna have to pull it up. Normally I have all this stuff in my head, but I'm blanking right now.
Is A&M there?
A&M Auburn. Thank you.
Yes. A&M Auburn. Is that in College Station or
College
on the
Station.
plane? College Station.
Auburn got stuck going to Norman, then College Station in back-to-back weeks.
That's rough. That is rough. Yeah, man. He ain't talked about enough, but the kid from Nashville, Marcel Reed, his dad coached at TSU. Man, he's playing some good ball. He don't get enough recognition.
He is greatly improved as a passer from where he was this time last year.
Yeah,
he's really gotten more comfortable in their passing game. What he did in South Bend was super impressive. They didn't run the ball well enough that night to win that ball game. he put him on his shoulders and he made plays with his legs, bought time, but he kept his eyes downfield and made big throw after big throw. I was blown away by him that night, and I think they probably crush Auburn today. I think. I think ugly. It's not fair. It's not fair to Auburn what they're having to play right now. It reminds me of us in 16, Florida at Georgia, at A&M, Bama at home. Somebody in the scheduling department has to be like, you know what, we can back to back really good teams on the road just makes no sense. I mean,
that's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah. And 2 weeks or 2 weeks ago, there was like tons of room to play one of those games because there wasn't a huge great slate. I don't know. I don't like when the scheduling's horrible and when the scheduling's unfair, and that's a little unfair. And then you look at Texas's schedule, and they have 3 ball games that are tough, and they're all spread out super far.
Have they even played a conference game yet?
No. And they play Georgia at Georgia. They get the Red River shootout.
Thank you.
They had the trip to Ohio State, which they did that themselves, and the rest of it's pretty cake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Red River shootout's going. I think Oklahoma's gonna take that game. I really do.
How's Oklahoma going to play without Mateer? Because I don't think.
Oh, that's right. Dadgummit, I forgot about that.
But the Hawkins kid wasn't terrible in my opinion last year, and he's got a much better coach because Mateer's coach came with him.
Yeah,
Hawkins may play well.
I forgot. Mateer will probably be back just in time to come to Knoxville, and
you know what? That's worth discussing right quick. I'm glad you brought it up. So the initial report was he's likely out 3 to 4 weeks. That was the first thing we heard like Tuesday morning, 3 to 4 weeks. And then we heard he is what was it? Then we heard he's having surgery, and Venables comes out, and this is all Tuesday happening because he had surgery on Wednesday. This is happening. We hear that it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks with the broken bone, and then we hear surgery, and then Venables comes out and talks about it and says he's about to have surgery on his hand tomorrow, and we hope to get him back sometime this year. And then the surgery ends, and they say, yeah, recovery time's roughly a month. And I've reached out to a few people who are in the profession and have said kind of the same thing. But all of them also said your grip isn't the same in 4 weeks. Your grip's more like 8 to 10 weeks before you have the full strength in your hand back after something like that. So I think the 4 week mark would have him practicing the week leading up to us.
He's gonna play in Red River. I'll bet anybody.
Really?
Don't set this narrative up, and they'll come back the week and say we might play. He's gonna watch. He'll play in Red River. It's gonna happen.
But will he have the normal? But the question is he going to be? Is he going to have his normal hand strength? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I have no idea. I don't know what it sounds like or whatever it is, but I just have this feeling he's going to be back for Red River.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. I can see Venables and the guys trying to play him for that game, but a few people in the field that I've talked to have said there's no way he's going to be able to control the football post that surgery anywhere near the 4 week mark that they're saying, much less what Red River's 3 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they'll run him out there. I just don't know that he'll be able to, hey, Pierman Odessa ran Booby Miles out there back in the day. Wasn't a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it ruined his career instead of.
Yeah.
But they have no choice. Like, they have all the same issues they had last year on that team. He's just masking and covering everything up. So they really don't have a choice. If he can go out there, they're going to put him out there.
Who do they play before? Do they have anybody tough before? They got a couple weeks to let Hawkins maybe show a little. Lee?
You broke up. I didn't hear you, man.
Sorry. Bobby was trying to call me knowing my phone's being used right now for Twitter Spaces, so I can't answer. I'm just
my bad, Rusty. I was trying to text you and I hit the wrong freaking button because I'm old.
It's
Apologize, buddy.
Gotta get them reading glasses, man. I'm the same way. I can't live without my reading glasses. I'm like my head leaves the screen because I'm having to get so close to my phone.
No. It's just I need to take my ADHD medication for the day. It has nothing to do with reading. I can see a gnat's ass at 3,000 yards, but that's Anyways, sorry about that.
Oh, hey, yeah. At 3,000 yards, I'm good. It's at 3 inches that I'm terrible.
That's what she said.
Oh no, she's never said nothing about 3 inches.
Man, my dad was the same way, man. He couldn't see 2 inches in front of him without his glasses, but son, he could spot a deer. I'm like, how the hell did you see that? You take your glasses off. The man was damn near legally blind. And I'm like, how the hell did you see that? He just had an eye, he was a big deer hunter, but he had an eye for it. And I'm kind of like, that's crazy.
No, I'm the exact same way, man. I mean, I had LASIK in 2007, and vision's perfect. I went my whole life with contacts. Now it's perfect, but I can't even see my hand right now.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yep.
All right, back to it. Can I, Rusty? So we talked the other night about recovery times. My brother-in-law is a surgeon, and he's done general surgery and all kinds of surgery. So I called him, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, he goes, he might be air quotes back for our game." Lee, did you say he would be back for what? I meant what you said.
Lee said,
go ahead. I think they're going to play him in Red River. I think they're going to play him in a couple of weeks in Red River. They're off this week, and they play Kent State, and they got Kentucky.
I hope you're right. And when I say that, I mean, I like John Mateer. I know people don't like him because he plays for Oklahoma. I enjoy watching him play football. If he plays Red River, he will not be playing in Knoxville.
Well,
go ahead and book that, because if he plays with that kind of bummed up hand, no matter what the injury is, my brother-in-law is like, that's a 6 week. If you are healthy, and everything goes according to plan, it's 6 weeks before you grip a football again, minimum.
My guess would be not worried about the re-injury thing, and I made the Booby Miles reference. My guess would be
put Booby in.
Yeah, my guess would be, if you want to win, put Booby in. My guess would be that he just won't be effective if they play him. Would be my concern, and they very well are gonna. I could absolutely see them trying to get him on the field. And anyway, they do have the built-in with their schedule. They can go 9-3 and make the playoffs. Literally, that schedule. They could not play him in that one, and also have the built-in excuse. Hey, Mateer wasn't even when the committee's looking at it. Mateer wasn't able to play in the Red River, so I don't know. What if we go 10-2 and they go 9-3 and we beat them? I think we both would probably be in. Now I'd have to see it. I'd have to see everybody else and where they are. But both of those teams would have a really good argument. If you had to put us head to head, and we were 10-2, they were 9-3, and we had to head to head, we would have to be the higher seed or in, and they would be out in that scenario. You can't have a head to head and a better record. Can I ask y'all a quick question about Ole Miss LSU? Looking at the schedules, I was seeing the other day ranked teams that they have to play for the rest of the season. I've been saying that for 2 weeks. Tennessee's got 3, and currently ranked, and the team currently ranked 26th. We play today. I know they don't count. I know they don't count that, but Mississippi State's ranked 26th.
Yeah, but the committee might count that or help us out there. But let's just say I think we want LSU to win that game because LSU has a much harder schedule than Ole Miss. Ole Miss has an easy schedule like we do, and if that's true, we're going to be head-to-head against Ole Miss for that last 5th playoff spot, I believe. I think we need Ole Miss to lose today.
No, I think there's a ton of validity in that. I don't disagree at all. However, this is a crazy ass sport. There is no guarantees. Last night proves a ton. It's a week to week thing with this sport that we watch and we love.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. We was talking about that at work. There's no clear cut, like that's the best team in the nation.
Oh no,
that's it changes from week to week.
Yeah.
Even
who the good teams are changes week to week. I mean, Saban. I heard Saban. He was talking about the Tennessee when he was on game day. I guess it was last year. He was talking about the Tennessee Bama rivalry and it being bigger than Auburn. And he said something that caught my ear, which was, I never had to get my guys up to play Tennessee, but I did always have to work super hard to get my guy charged up for the Auburn game for whatever reason. And what that was telling me is it's so hard to mentally get your guys in the right place every time they go out. So you're going to get different results and different teams from from your roster every Saturday. You can't. We all look at everything in this lens of our team is this, and it's played on a computer, and they play this way every time, and it's not. You just never know.
No. I heard seen a video of
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jana.
I was gonna say, how many times were we the better team and lost to Florida?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
You're making us throw up.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like 15. I mean, in my lifetime.
I would say.
Oh yeah.
I would say since the divisions were brought into SEC play, I would say 10 times we were better and lost. That's I would set that as the line, and you can take over.
That's about right. That's about right.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? By the way, Rusty, I switched back on to my house.
You're clear as a bell. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Mac? About
I was seeing an old video clip of Bear Bryant, and he was explaining, you have a guy that's playing at 90% and the guy at 65%, the guy at 85%, he 90%, he's a 90% guy. He ain't really worked as hard. So he could have a bad week, and the guy that's 65% can play above his head and do work on the guy that's playing at 90. That's a 90% play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
your effort makes so much difference that day. If your head's not right, your effort's not going to be right.
Yep. That's basically, what he was saying. I had to go back and find that clip, but I hate to mention a former Bama coach, but in the grand scheme of things of the great game of football, it's no matter who you play for or coach for, it's all the damn everybody's in that one common goal, and
it ain't always that way.
Yeah, it ain't always that way.
No, that's why I hear people say things like they make definitive statements about matchups. You know what I mean? Like Tony Basilio will say, like in July, Georgia's a game that's off my table. It's not winnable. And I'm like, you can't.
Georgia's a game that's off my table.
And
that's the best I got.
And it's speaking in those absolutes. I'm just like, how are you speaking in those absolutes about a game that's got so many variables involved in it that we see upsets all the time, and trying to get people to understand every game's a roller coaster. Any given Saturday is a documentary. Any given Sunday is a movie, and those things hold true.
Mm-hmm.
Today's going to be a blast. Where should we exploit Mississippi State?
They said that Arizona State
running backs.
Yeah,
running backs up the middle.
Yeah, because they said Arizona State rushed for 260 yards, something like that.
Yep.
If we can gash them up front.
So Arizona State was down 17-3 at the half, I believe, and they didn't throw a pass 3 straight possessions and went up 2017. They just said no more throwing, and their quarterback ended the game with 85 yards passing, and they had the game won. And then if
you watch the Arizona State team last night that I saw, I think they're not terrible at running the football, but they're a throw first team. And if that tells you anything, if Arizona State is good at running the football, I think we're great at running the football. I think it's pretty much a no-brainer. 3.9 yards a carry allowed, 68th in total defense, rushing defense, excuse me. I mean, that screams that's how we're going to win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a 3-headed monster back there. I mean, choose your poison. Give it to all 3 of them. You know, I feel confident about us running the ball.
I have another stat of interest there, Rusty, if you'd like it.
I was just gonna ask, I feel like Starr and Peyton Starr and Deshaun should maybe get a few more carries than Peyton would be my only thing right now.
They should give them 90%, probably 55, 35, 10.
I feel like Peyton's not quite seeing the field as well as the other two. He's got the most talent, I believe. I just think
he runs to contact. He doesn't run away from it. It's he's so fast.
He's so fast, and he explodes, but he's not waiting. He's not waiting on the blockers and setting up the blocks, and then he's running to the defender instead of around the defender. Sometimes it feels like. I think he's going to be the one that has the longest career and make the most amount of money. I just feel like right now the other two are, have a better understanding of
they can't block
the fundamentals of running the ball. But I do think all 3 of them, I mean, I would not be surprised if any one of the 3 had a breakout day and then another one have a breakout day another week. We saw that.
Yeah.
I want to say it was, I guess it was 98 before Jamal went down. All 3 guys going into that Auburn game had been the leading rusher different games.
Yep, that's exactly correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another one, Rusty. I will say I want to get back to the stat I want to give you. But
no, you go ahead.
If Peyton Lewis keeps dropping balls out of the backfield that are wide open touchdowns up the sideline, he will not play in Josh Heupel's offense. You can't do that.
Deshaun's had a couple of them too.
You're right.
No, I'm not.
Thomas.
I
agree with you.
It's been frustrating. The drop passes from the running backs has been it hadn't cost us a ball game yet because we didn't really. It wasn't an issue in the Georgia game, but there have been those instances where I think Peyton would have scored last week, and I know it's against just UAB, but I think on that wheel route that he should have caught going down the sideline, I don't think he was going to get touched after he caught it.
Yeah. So, stat of interest, by the way, the reason to run the ball. Do you know how many games Josh Heupel's lost as a Tennessee coach when we rushed for 3 touchdowns?
I think he's 24-0.
I thought it was 27, but yes, we haven't lost a single game that we've rushed for 3 touchdowns. It's just so critical. And I say just blast it up the middle on them. I mean, if they're going to give up 3.9 yards a carry to very average to below average rushing teams, they're going to give 5 to 6 to us.
No, running the ball, unless you're doing what Mike Leach used to do, is paramount. I got into a huge argument because I dared question the great Josh Pate this week, and a ton of his fanboys came after me. And I love Josh. He's just wrong on this. He put out, and I wasn't really arguing with him. I was just arguing with the stat he thought. He said Oklahoma 10 sacks on Jackson Arnold. And I just responded with,
Auburn can't run the ball.
no. I didn't
even see your response.
No. Not can't run the ball. Maybe that 10 sacks was because Auburn abandoned the run. And I said that not having looked at the stats yet. I just responded with, maybe that's because Auburn didn't or abandoned the run. And then I go look at the stats after people started attacking me for not knowing what I'm talking about. With Jackson Arnold in Norman, Oklahoma, in a game that was never more than a 7-point ball game, one way or the other. Jackson Arnold's mid. Oklahoma's really good at rushing the quarterback. They dropped him back to pass 47 times and handed it off 21. That's not balance. That's stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Our former offensive coordinator, who's doing a hell of a job down at South Florida, Alex Golish, said going into the
the next head coach at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, exactly. Alex Golish, next Cowboys Go Pokes head coach.
Good. I hope so.
Me too, man. He said going into the 22 Bama game last year, we had Alabama in Tuscaloosa where we wanted them, and I quit running the football and caused us to lose that ball game. Tomorrow when we play Alabama, if we're only getting 2 yards per carry, I have to stay committed to it. If I stay committed to it, it will loosen up their secondary. We will start getting a few more better runs, and we'll have guys open downfield. If I stay committed to running the football, and too many coaches, especially Hugh Freeze last Saturday, go away from running the football. You got to live with you're going to have some 1 and 2 yard gains, but you might have a 7-yard here. You might pop a 40-yarder.
You know, people ain't patient enough to let it.
Ding, ding.
You know, let the run game. You know,
Worse. It's Novocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it's Scotty Scheffler on a normal weekend. That somebody said it today that he's a grinder and he just grinds you up with -4 every day for 4 days and wins a tournament -16, even though you had a -10 on your card one day, right?
Yep.
It's the same thing. That was brilliant by Sam Beard. That's why as to bring two things together. Like, that's why Scotty Scheffler sucked this weekend. Is he's not an explosive golfer.
Nope.
He is a grinder golfer. And that's not how you win in this tournament. And that's not how you win in the SEC. You win in the SEC a meat grinder by grinding people up on the ground and stopping the run. By the way, Jackson Moy being back, I don't know which one of your boys told you that. It was me last week. But him being back, I think is going to be huge. For us.
Yes.
It is. It absolutely is. It means Bailey and Easton don't have to play 65
90 snaps.
Yeah, above 70 snaps each. That's the biggest thing. It's one more fresh body for rotation, and then Hobbs comes back. It becomes another fresh body. Those guys actually held up extremely well in that Georgia game. Georgia ran it 55 times that day. They stayed committed to the run. We only ran it 20. We only ran it 24. It was uncharacteristic of Heupel the way we played that Georgia game to not run it more when we had a better yard per carry than they did.
Mm.
But
the irony is not throwing it over the top when you turn them over. I mean, like you've ate them up over the top all day long. I don't want to talk about Georgia anymore. They need to win for us. By the way, we need Georgia to win today.
Oh, I want Georgia to win out and us to get to Atlanta and get them on a neutral field at full strength. Even though I've said 1,000 times, Mac, I don't know if you've ever heard me say this, I don't want to play in the SEC championship games anymore. I think it's a dumbass event. I think it only hurts you, but I would like a rematch against Georgia on a neutral field at full strength.
Yeah. I like playing the SEC championship game because we ain't won it in damn near 30 years, and it's been a long time. I want to see it again. That's just me personally. And I understand your statement of, it hurts you for the playoff spot. I was thinking, I said, man, what if they go back to like it was back in the old days before they made divisions? Whoever got the top spot, got the crown.
Conference. That's what I want to do. We're not having divisions. We're just taking the top 2 teams. Last year, Texas could have just been the SEC champs without playing that game in Atlanta. and I'd have been fine with that. I'm hearing that when we go to 16 playoff spots from 12, that they're going to do away with the 1 versus 2. They're just going to
have a play-in game.
They're just going to there's going to be 2 play-in games. They're just going to make whoever's 1 is the champion, 2's in the playoff, and then 3's going to play 6, and 4's going to play 5, and the 2 winners of those are automatically in.
Yeah, I've heard that too, Rusty, and we're not talking the same people on that. I'll guarantee it.
So your automatic bids are going to be the conference champ, the runner-up, whoever wins one of the play-in games between 3 and 6, and whoever wins the other one between 4 and 5, and then you can have at-larges after those, but that's your guaranteed 4. So do away with 1 having to play 2. You're going to have 2 games in Atlanta, 1 on a Friday night and 1 on a Saturday night. Probably is what they'll do. I'm hearing that's the future plan. But I'm with you. I want an SEC championship again, and all that is just, it feels like now, like Carson Beck was out for the playoffs last year because he had to go play in Atlanta. You know what I mean? God, has it been since 90 freaking 8? The last time we won it?
Since we've won it since 98. And the last time we've actually been to Atlanta for a championship game was 2007.
07, we led all day.
That game made me want to start a shotgun. I was at it.
Ainge threw the pick 6, and then Ainge.
Oh my God! Thanks for bringing that up again.
Yeah, and then
no reason to hate Eric Ainge right there.
And I'll tell you what, that game doesn't come close to hurting like the 0-1 game against LSU. There does.
Yeah, and really the 04 SEC championship game, Auburn just whooped our ass. They was that damn good that year.
Yeah, I mean, we broke.
Auburn won a national championship that year, apparently, right?
They were my national champion that year.
Oh no, they claimed it last 2 weeks ago. They claimed the national championship.
They should. They
did. Tommy Tuberville made a huge deal out of it in Congress.
I'm all for them having that one. I don't think they should claim any others because I haven't actually looked at the others. But I have no problem with that being in their.
They were the best team in college football in 04.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even think anybody disputes that.
I mean, USC destroyed that Oklahoma team, but that should have been a split champ. They should have definitely split the polls like they did for Michigan and Nebraska in '97.
Mm-hmm. Georgia I think it was Bama and USC in '78 or something like that.
Yep. It was Jason Campbell. It was Jason Campbell, Cadillac, Ronnie Brown.
Yep.
And in that SEC championship game, though, Gerald Riggs had him a day.
He did.
Just wasn't quite enough because that team was nasty.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that Auburn team play that USC team. That would have been a really, really fun time. Oklahoma had no business getting the nod over Auburn. It was
it was the name Oklahoma that got them there.
It was the name Oklahoma. What'd you say, Bobby?
I said, you want a hot take on that one? Or not even a hot take, just an inside take?
Sure.
I can tell you this right now. There were members of that USC team that I know personally that did not want any part of Auburn, and they were glad that they didn't catch them.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. They have told people that, and people I know very, very well, that you know that I know very, very well.
Yep.
They said they wanted no part of that Auburn team.
If I get distracted every now and then, I'm watching Liverpool trying to tie this damn match up. It's about to be halftime, and I'll get more focused. Okay, so we need to run the ball tonight, and we need to run the ball tonight, and then we need to run the ball some more tonight, and then we need to run the fucking ball more tonight.
But Joey needs 200 passing as well.
Yeah.
I really do believe that.
Yeah, I had a Mississippi State fan tell me no, sorry. It was during the Oklahoma arguments about them not running the ball enough. The Oklahoma fan told me, when we come to Knoxville, Joey better throw for 250 yards. And I said, you're probably right. But guess what? He's not going to have to throw it 47 fucking times to get 250. He can throw it 13 times and get to 250 because we don't dink and dunk. So I'd be happy if we run it 40 times tonight. If we run it 40, throw it 20, and he goes for 225, and we go for 240 on the ground or 215 on the ground, that'd be a perfect scenario for me.
But the thing is, if we ain't getting what we think we're going to get on the ground at first, just like you said, keep chopping wood Don't give up on it. Keep chopping wood.
It's sometimes you just got to get that damn square peg through that round hole, and the only way to do it is to keep hammering it.
Yep.
Hey, can we ask Lee his opinion? Lee, since we're there now, like this game opened at 10.5. I think it's down to 7.5. It might have bopped to 8.5 overnight. I haven't looked at it this morning.
There's sevens out there right now.
There's sevens out there.
Yeah.
Are you, as a Tennessee fan, not as a bettor necessarily, are you happy about that? Are you worried about that as a person that does this for a living? Do you see what I'm asking?
I mean, the market likes Mississippi State a lot, clearly. I mean, I bought a little Tennessee at 7 just because of the number.
Yeah. Well, a question would be, I think a better question would be, isn't the public like super duper heavy on Mississippi State like the public is? Like it's 79% of the bets or more?
I have no idea. I wouldn't even pay any attention to that crap, man. If the line is moving from 10 to 7, then that means respected money is on Mississippi State. The books don't give a shit about what the public's betting. So I don't care either. So, I mean, basically people that are respected are betting Mississippi State, but they're not betting them at 7.
They're betting them at 10.5 though.
They took them when they got them at 10 and when they got them at 8, whatever, but they're not betting them now.
Right.
Do you think that Tennessee – okay, a question to the panel then. Rusty and I talked about this the other night. Okay, so Tennessee, if there's a blowout, it's going to be Tennessee blowing out Mississippi State, in my opinion, and I want everybody's opinion on that. And if it's close, who wins? Because if it's close, Mississippi State, I think, has an advantage. Mississippi State because they got that crowd and their stupid cowbell. Should be
if it's close, them cowbells, like old Jerry Clower said, them cowbells gonna be ringing. So you don't want to get in another dog fight. They're very motivated. They're very confident. You don't want to get in the dog fight, and they're at home. If you could jump on them and don't like Jimmy Johnson used to tell Miami back in the day, jump on them and don't let them up.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't want to get in a damn dog fight with them because I was listening to Chris Lowe on local radio here that he was on as a guest, and he said a motivated team is a dangerous team, and they went 2-10 last year. And this year, they had an upset win against ranked Arizona State, and they're full of piss and vinegar right now. And they feel they can conquer the damn world. That's a dangerous fucking team.
Don't give them any reason to feel like they can hang around. That's it.
Yeah.
No, I think Tennessee can win the close game. I think Tennessee can win the blowout. I think Mississippi State could find a way to win if it's a close game. I don't think there's any scenario where Mississippi State can blow us out unless we just give them turnover after turnover after turnover. That's the one scenario I think that's like way, way out of the realm of possibilities is Mississippi State winning comfortably.
Can they just get up early and run away and hide from us, or do we have enough offense they can't do that?
I don't think they can run away. Again, they could run away in the hide if we gave them 3 or 4 extra possessions, a la DJ Lagway in Baton Rouge.
Another reason to run the ball, though, we seem to fumble the ball more than we throw interceptions on this team this year.
Yeah, we did last year. Yeah. We fumbled more than we had more fumbles than picks last year.
Yeah. That may actually, you need to look back. We need to look back at that, Rusty. Hell of a putt there, by the way, if you're watching. Those of you keeping track at home.
Think you're ahead of me. Thank you, Berto.
No, I'm actually behind y'all. But anyways, yeah, I think if you look back at 22, that'd be the same thing. I'm starting to wonder if Josh Heupel's teams fumble the ball more because of the read option, where the quarterback doesn't really stick it in the gut. Old school, because that's been our 3 fumbles this year. It's been every one of those. I don't think they've dislodged a football on us this year. I think it has been
one was a bad snap against ETSU, and then the other ones were.
I don't remember that one.
And then the other ones were.
Was that near the goal line when they got that cheapy touchdown? Okay, that was on the other end of the field. I couldn't see it.
Yeah. The rest have been read options. And I don't think we fumble. The other thing is we don't fumble at an alarmingly high rate. It's just that we throw so few interceptions. It's pretty easy to have more fumbles than picks because Heupel's offense, just as an offense, that you don't throw the ball into that many tight windows for there to be interceptions. It's why when I started watching tape on Aguilar in June, I was like, this can work just fine. His pick problems his INT problems can be resolute by playing in Josh Heupel's offense. It's just, you're right, Bobby. It's more of a reason to run the ball tonight, but I don't think we give team turnovers. If we do, it's odd things. It would be bad snaps. And here's another way that the game could not go our way. False starts. False starts could be so detrimental to every offense because first and 15 is a different ball game. But in Josh Heupel's false starts, pre-snap penalties are just brutal because his offense is all about that whole spacing, running the ball, getting you to creep up when you don't want to stop the run game, and then gashing you with a shot over the top. And when you get Tennessee behind sticks with first and 15, second and 11, you don't have to worry about stopping that run and committing more extra guys and not having the numbers right in the box. All that stuff, kind of the advantages he has, goes away when you have pre-snap or even post-snap offensive penalties. We need to play clean, not just holding on to the football and not throwing into bad situations. We also got to play clean in the penalty game. That's got to be paramount today.
Yeah. Clean football. And I think, we've always said the way Heupel's offense is set up and his scheme, you're not going to throw many interceptions. And that's been, his whole thing. He'll put you in the right position where he won't throw an interception. But, the first fumble of the year against Syracuse, it was right at that mesh point, and it was kind of like he wanted to give it, but then when he went to pull but I think
that's happened twice with Star Thomas, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, Mac.
I'm more of a tradition. I understand we're in modern football now, but I'm more of a I formation, a traditional handoff. You stick it in the bread basket, and and I understand the concept of the read option. I was listening to somebody the other day, and they were talking about the difference between the similarities between running the old wishbone and the new spread. All you're doing, they said, in the old wishbone, you would ride that fullback, and if that defensive end crashes, you hand it off at fullback. He done went up the gut for about 5 or 6 yards. And if that end don't crash, you pull it. Then that's when you give the pitch out to your running back. Yep. Same concept, except for you got everybody spread out now. So,
the RPO where you're reading the back and you're letting them keep it if the linebackers come up, it's the same principle. You got 3 options. You ride the back. If the linebackers crash up, you pull it and you can keep it as the quarterback, or you have the hot to the receiver, which is the old pitch man in the wishbone. It's the same concept. It's just doing it from a spreading the defense horizontally.
And which I like that.
Get over saying riding that fullback. That makes me think about you on a Friday night at the local watering hole, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I am a fan of, you can't see me on spaces, but I'm doing quotes. I'm a fan of fullbacks, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. We are.
Fullback. Yeah.
And I really like that we can actually have that wrinkle to do that, because we got a quarterback with some wheels, and you ain't got to freaking scarecrow back there just standing, you know, that
Deer in
will
headlights.
actually use his legs to get us what we need, you know.
Insider info, not that it really matters, and I think everybody expected it. And Rusty, I know you did. Sanders is confirmed playing today.
Starting?
Playing, I don't know about starting.
That's been my only question since Wednesday. Is he gonna? Are they gonna start him, or are they gonna use him as he'll play a possession or two, or is he gonna be just a backup? I was wondering what the plan of using him. I knew he was going to be active, but that's great.
I think that they would be wise to run the first couple of possessions, even though I think he is one of our best five. Run the first couple of possessions, see how it goes, and then use him. I wouldn't use the word sparingly, even just use him in a backup role this week and then you can acclimate him in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, my thought on this has been we've been really, really good at offensive line, but everything I'm hearing, it's not that Sanders is 1,000 times better than Perry at right tackle. He's better than Perry at right tackle, but the real improvement is Perry sliding into Sham's spot at guard. That's where the gigantic improvement for the offensive line becomes if you bring Sanders back.
Technically, it's Sham sliding out, Mo moving over, and then
right. But yeah, he's replacing.
Do we love two freshmen on the right side of the line though? That's another thing that kind of worries me a little bit.
They love it. They are ecstatic about the idea of Perry at right guard and Sanders at right tackle together. They're not afraid of it in the least. That is what it is. And Perry's not a true freshman.
I was kind of worried about the O-line coming in this year. You lose your bell cow at center and Mays, and you lose a lot of experience up front. But so far, you know, they've outshined what I expected of them.
They're clearly more physically gifted.
Yeah.
They've outshined what we've expected, and they haven't had their best five on the field yet.
Right, yeah. I mean, I love Coop. He gave everything he possibly had in his body to the University of Tennessee. Nobody has been more dedicated. But Pendleton's a more gifted athlete than Coop. Moy is Moa. Mo, I'm not sure. Moai. I think it's Moai. It's M-O-A.
It doesn't matter.
However you pronounce it. He's more physically gifted than Spraggins or Carrick. And I don't think it's particularly close. And Lance Hurd is 10 times the player that last year Lance Hurd was.
Yeah. Huge improvement.
Legs again. That's cool. It's cool when you can use both your legs at the same time.
Having both legs is an important thing for an offensive lineman out here.
Lieutenant Dan, not an offensive lineman.
Hey, I think Gary Sinise would have given his all on the offensive line, no matter how many legs he had.
Speaking of giving your all, can I mention something that is totally off the wall? I just noticed that they've put up the "Give Your All for Tennessee" signs over the entryways into the stadium this year.
Like it?
I think that's pretty cool. You can slap it.
I like it.
That's cool.
Like a couple of years ago, and it was like, what's one thing you can do? And I said, put it on the side. They put it above, whatever. I don't care. I said, put those so the fans can slap it too. So that's actually pretty cool. I just noticed it last weekend. I think some of them are too high, so they don't put them on those because they don't want idiots trying to break their legs.
You know me, nothing wrong with slapping it. Hey,
fullback.
So, real quick, just want to hit how do we don't need to talk about it long, but how's everybody feel about Oregon, Penn State? Which way you leaning?
I think Oregon's going to put them down again because, first of all, I hate James Franklin. Fuck Jimmy Frank. Oregon.
All right, I'm with you. I the next time James Franklin beats somebody that has equal or as good talent will be the first time. So I think Oregon goes to Happy Valley and ruins a whiteout. Go ahead, Bobby.
Actually, I actually agree. That was easy. I agree. Lee, I was actually wanting Lee's perspective just from a bettor's perspective because it feels like Oregon should be favored, and the only reason they're not is because it's at Penn State.
Why do you think they should be favored?
I just feel like they're a more dynamic team, and Drew Aller's not as good as I expect him to be this year. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just don't. That's my perception.
So this line was Penn State minus 7.5 for months and months and months and months, and then it reopens on Sunday 3.5. Like 4 points. What's Oregon done?
That's that.
Oklahoma State. They beat Oklahoma State, who just fired their coach. They beat some FCS team.
0-5 Oregon. 0-5 Oregon State.
Oregon State, who might be one of the worst teams in FBS.
Yeah.
Like, this is the thing. Like, I don't take anything from any of those games that they played.
No, that's fair.
Any of Penn State's games that they played, I don't think Penn State showed anything at all. Like, they knew what the schedule was. Like, I think Penn State thrashes them on the ground. Like, my biggest issue with Oregon coming into the season is their defensive line and not being able to stop the run. And the best thing they played was Northwestern. Northwestern put 175 on the ground on them. I think
Northwestern's not very good, to be fair.
And Penn State's got the best running back field in the country, the best running back room in the country. Like, I think Penn State runs through them, all over them. Allard doesn't even have to have a great game, I don't think. Like, Dante Moore, Oregon's relying on Dante Moore and DeCorian Moore, who's a true freshman. Like, going into that environment, like, I don't know, Jim Knowles, saw Oregon twice last year. Last time we saw him was in the Rose Bowl and completely shut him down. I like Penn State.
So are you heavy on Penn State? Sounds like you're heavy on Penn State.
Yeah, I have a lot on Penn State. I think it's a stupid number.
Did you get? I mean, you got it at 4.5, obviously, not 7.5.
I sniped through. I got 3.5 when it reopened on Sundays, and it got down to 3 this week. I sniped some threes.
So you're just obliterating that line.
Yeah, I think it's stupid. I don't think anything's changed since it was 7.5 all summer long. I just think
it's Dan Lanning. I mean, maybe it's the Dan Lanning versus James Franklin effect. I'm just trying to think about
my only.
James Franklin is not good in big games. Everybody knows that.
He's also James Franklin as a favorite at home has also been the best college coach in the last 20 years against the spread.
Yeah. My take on the outcome of the ball game was simply, I don't trust James Franklin in a game that matters. Now he'll probably cover.
Like, well, I mean, he's a favorite. He's 3. If he just got to covers, he wins. I'm just saying, like.
Oh yeah. He's favorite.
All these games that he hasn't won in the past. I'm not saying he's done great jobs in them, but he hasn't had the better team in most all of those games. And I think he does have the better team now.
That and I'm with you on the Dante Moore thing. I don't know. I still say I don't trust any quarterback in that Dante Moore class still. So why would I trust him?
Like, Moore's been good. Like, Will Stein's a great OC. Like, does marvelous things with quarterbacks. He's made Dante Moore look a whole lot better than he was. But Moore was an interception machine at UCLA.
Oh God.
Like, I don't know. Like, I like Oregon, and this might be the only game they lose all year.
Yeah.
Like, it's very possible. I just think this is a terrible situation for them. Penn State's coming off of a bye. Oregon played last week, having to travel across the country.
That's the travel is a shit storm.
Like, I like Oregon. I think, like I said, they might win every game. I don't think they win tonight.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm not. I think Oregon wins, but I think it's close, and I think my take is James finds a way at the end to not win it. But
I just having Knowles and Kolomicki, I think they're 2 best offensive coordinators and the best OC and DC in football. I think having those 2 guys on your staff now, like, it helps you out so much that I think that helps Franklin out a ton in these big games. Like,
so I think what you're saying, Lee, because their offensive coordinator's so good, in your opinion, they've been so vanilla on offense, we don't know what Penn State is yet offensively. Is that what you're actually saying?
I don't think they've been showing hardly anything. Yeah, like, I think
there's
are much improved. Like, Kyron Hudson and Pena, I think, are legit. Like, the running backs are legit. Like, offensive line's all experience. Yeah, I don't think they've shown a whole lot. I think they know what this is. I just think when it comes to, like, decision-making, game prep, in-game adjustments, like, having Knowles on your staff now, like, helps Franklin out a ton. in those situations. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe if Franklin loses this one, then yeah, I'll bash him. Like, he's got no chance. He's got the better team. He's at home. Like, everything sets up for him. Like, I think, like I said, I like Oregon. I'm not sure they lose again. I just don't think they win tonight.
What about Georgia, Bama, everybody?
UGA. I think they finally get over that hump.
Market thinks Bama's is betting this like Bama's already won the game. Like, I don't really get it. Like, I don't think the over like huge, like massive.
On the over? Did you say on the over? Me too, for the record.
I really don't
I agree.
Win. Like,
I don't think those defenses are elite. I agree.
DeBoer is, both these defenses are leaky as hell, man. DeBoer is shredded like the Kirby Smart, Dan Lanning scheme, like his whole career. Like, he's had no issues just completely shredding this thing. And I don't think that changes tonight. Like, that Georgia's secondary, I don't think is very good. Georgia can't.
They are not. I've witnessed it in person. They are not very good.
They can't get a pass rush. They haven't gotten a pass rush all year long on anybody. Like, I think Simpson's got plenty of time to make his reads, make his throws. But Georgia hasn't lost at home in forever. So,
33 in a row at home.
Yeah. So, I think it's a good game. I lean slightly towards Bama, but I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in who actually wins. I just think there's a lot of points.
I think Floby Smart's going to be able to, do his Lou Holtz. They're so good, and nobody believes in us, and all that bullshit he always does.
I get so sick of that shit.
Yeah, I think Stockton's good, man. Like, I would be buying Heisman tickets before this game today, because if they win that game, he's going to be the front runner for the Heisman.
He will be.
Yep.
You are correct.
I will, Bobby, to your point about Georgia and their defense and their secondary, I will remind you that last year they went to Tuscaloosa and got shredded in the first half of that ball game, and we're down 4 scores. And then they went to Austin, Texas, and they were a fucking anaconda. Georgia has that ability to turn it up.
Sark can't figure out Kirby.
He can. It's weird, right?
It's been twice in 2 games. Like, that was more to do with just that.
Yeah. It's that matchup.
I can argue that Josh Heupel can't either. I would argue Josh Heupel can't either until this last week. But
yeah, that's true.
Josh had to figure out how to win ball games when he can't run.
Those games last year with Texas and Georgia, like, Texas still would put the same issue with Texas the last 2 years is red zone scoring. They can't score in the red zone for whatever reason. It's just been ridiculous. Like, they still would have. They would have won both those games last year. They've been able to score in the red zone. They didn't do it for whatever reason.
Oh, they would have won. They would have won in Columbus if they could have scored in the red zone, or if they'd have kicked field goals.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I still think for the record, I'm going to stand on my Ty Simpson is not good. And I know that is not a popular take on this. I don't think he's good. I've seen him many times in person.
Bobby,
I think he's good.
Bobby, I think if he has time to stand back there in a clean pocket like Ken Dorsey did in 2001 and 2002, he can be very good. If there's any pressure,
he's a read and run quarterback. One read, run.
No. If he's got time, he can go through his progressions. Against Wisconsin, he stood back there as comfortable as you want and got to the third receiver and the fourth receiver a bunch and nailed a ton of good passes. But when there's pressure on him, he's going to be ordinary or worse. So I'm with you. I don't think he's a very, very good quarterback who can overcome when a team's living in his backfield. But not many quarterbacks can overcome when the other team's living in their backfield. There's very few Vince Youngs that just overcomes that. Another game. USC going to Illinois, playing a 9 a.m. West Coast ball game in Champaign, Illinois, which will be 11 a.m. But for USC, it's a 9 a.m. kick. How does everybody feel about that one?
They're going to eradicate Illinois. Illinois is the worst top 25 team.
Should Illinois have dropped out?
Yes. They got beat by 53 points. They look like what Europe is doing to the Americans right now.
Bobby's finding a way back to Ryder Cup, no matter what, by God.
I think they're going to kill
It's called segueing.
I think Illinois, Iowa State would be a fun watch. Well, while we're talking about top 25 teams that shouldn't be top 25, I would love Illinois.
If Iowa State had to play anybody, they would have 2 losses.
Iowa State's going to lose today.
You think?
I love it.
How many? Are they given 14? I don't know that line anymore.
No, they're like 5.5 point favorites.
5.5. Okay.
Yeah, I mean they've had some voodoo going on. I mean they pulled some wins out of their ass against really bad teams. Like they should have lost Arkansas State. Like, yeah, their time is coming. I think I loved USC like coming into the season. Like I have a ton of futures and bought a ton of stock in them, but this is a really shitty spot for them today. Like this is not setting up well for them. Like Illinois getting destroyed last week. Like they're gonna come out and play a lot better today. Illinois still missing a couple guys out of their secondary, which is huge. Like USC's defense has not really looked all that great the last 2 weeks versus Purdue and Michigan State either. Like I love USC this year, but I'm not really feeling this for them today. I think this is, I don't know. I got a bad feeling about USC.
So you think Illinois is going to beat USC today?
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
I wouldn't either. That the whole West.
I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't see that.
They have not traveled well. Like I don't know, man. And then
the
Riley
West Coast team
during
playing
the
at
week
9 a.m. local time or 9 a.m. their time bothers me.
Riley comes out bitching.
That may be fair. I just
why does Riley needs to keep his mouth shut? Like, yeah, you played the last game of the day, last game of the week. Last week, the last kickoff of the day on Saturday. And
True.
you got to play the first one this week. Like, and he's already come out and bitching about it. Like, why just keep your mouth shut? Like, don't. It's like he's already putting excuses out there as to what's going to happen. I got a bad feeling about this for USC.
speaking about putting excuses out there. Oh, can we talk for a minute? I'm going to bring it back to Tennessee for a second. Talk about not putting excuses.
I want to hear Matt before we do that. Hold that thought. I want to hear Mac's take on USC Illinois. I want to hear what he thinks on that one.
I was watching, I got College Game Day on here, and while just a few minutes ago, they were talking about them traveling, well over 1,000 miles. They went to, I can't remember who they played the week before. Then they flew back to L.A., played Michigan State. Now they're flying back to Champaign, Illinois, and that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of damn traveling. Now I know they got beat like they stole something last week. Illinois did. But I think, them playing at home and USC traveling, I think Illinois might sneak up on them. I wouldn't be surprised because that's a lot of damn traveling to play conference games. And it's got to have some fatigue on your boys. But
should West Coast teams be asked to play noon Eastern kickoffs? I mean, how hard would it be to not
blame your conference? Blame your conference when you put a top 25 ranked matchup at 9 a.m. your time because your conference sold out to something called a big noon kickoff. Fuck off if you have a problem with that. That's what I would say.
Oh no, I mean it's on the Big Ten, Mac.
Yeah. Well, really, it's on the Pac-12 for not saving their damn conference for one.
Hey,
that's exactly what I wanted to say. Hey, it's their fault for joining the Big Ten.
Yeah, and there's a new Pac-12 coming. That'll be interesting.
Dan Lanning's a baby.
Dan Lanning's a baby. My God, this Crystal Palace keeper is having a day, y'all. For those not watching and watching the Ryder Cup instead, and
he's like the best keeper in the world.
My God, it's insane, Lee.
Who is it, Rusty? I've never even heard of CP's keeper. Who is it?
It's Henderson.
He's like the best in the world. He's literally like he's ridiculous.
Yeah. Somehow England still starts Jordan Pickford over him.
I mean, they're eventually going to lose. Like their voodoo is going to run out too. They'll still win the shitty APL. Don't worry, y'all be fun.
Hey,
Tottenham might not have anything to say about that.
When is the game day crew going to sing "I Want It That Way"? You are
they
Is something going on? Are they acting super femme or something? Is that what you're implying?
No, they're all wearing white.
they're all wearing white. They're all dressed like Boss Hall.
White Owl thing with them.
Yeah,
Ugh, I haven't even turned it on. That is so Bush League.
Pat's in a. He kind of
like
looks more
off white.
It's like he's going with the Don Johnson, like the white pants with the cream off-white jacket. He doesn't have the sleeves rolled up like Sonny Crockett back in the day as much, but it's the same look. And then the other four are in the brightest white suits you could possibly imagine. It looks just like the Backstreet Boys in the video, or at the end.
Klan rally.
Or what's the movie where they go to heaven? And the Backstreet Boys are there, and they do like the musical. It's a Seth Rogen disaster.
This is the end or something like that?
This is the end. Yeah, they all go to heaven, and the Backstreet Boys are there, and they're all white, and they all do "I Want It That Way." Yeah, so it looks like that's about to break out. Okay, I wanted to be done about 30 minutes before game day ends, so we're approaching that time. Love everybody that joined. Thank you so much for listening in and being with us today. Thanks for all the speakers that came on. Final thoughts going in to this game in Starkville. How do we handle this?
Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Please, Tim Banks. Yes, bitch, I need you to do your fucking job. That's what do your fucking job. Do what you did. Don't leave poor Redmond out there on the island to get torched by the fastest guy in the country. Please don't.
No zero blitzing today. No zero blitzes. No
cover two, cover one, cover two, cover all day.
Cover four. Hell, play some cover five. Nobody plays cover five in college football.
I guess that's technically, isn't that called? I guess we would call that dime.
Quarter.
Right?
No, that's quarters.
Or nickel.
No.
Right.
You can play cover four out of any. You can play it out of dime, nickel. You can play it out of a 4-3. Cover four is just having your two corners and your two safeties splitting the deep part of the field into quarters, and everybody's dropping deep. Nobody gets behind you.
Whatever it takes, zone.
Just
Saban will eat you up, but at least they won't beat you over the top.
Just none of that. None of that putting each of your corners singled up or all your corners singled up with no safety help behind them. Just don't do that today. It's the only reason Georgia won the ball game is because we did that. Anybody else? Final thoughts on today? Anybody got a score prediction?
I think Tennessee wins 42-27, something like that. I do. I know that's not a popular take, and everybody thinks we're getting the shit beat out of us, or that we're going to lose a close one, or whatever they want to say. And game day, by the way, when they pop this game day panel, every one of them is going to pick Mississippi State. Go ahead, you know that's happening. So
I'm going to go 37-18 Vols.
That's a weird score.
I love weird scores. 37-18.
Would that be a scoreagami in this series?
It definitely would.
Are you saying they're going to kick 6 field goals, or they're going to go for 2-3 times and miss it?
Yes, they're going to go for 2-3 times.
Another thing is, as our buddy Max said, Brent. What's his name? The coach said it. Bricky, run the ball.
Yeah.
Run the ball.
Mac, what's your score?
Run the ball, stop the run.
I'm gonna go 38-21.
38-21.
That's about right.
I think that's definitely in the vicinity. Yeah. All right.
Just score more points than they do, baby. It's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Justin, what's up, dude? I didn't even see you till just now. Get in here.
Sorry, boys. I got in a little late. I've been doing some mowing and cleaning on vehicles. I forgot about it. Sorry.
Hanging in there like a hair and a biscuit, I only assume.
Yeah, dug in like an Alabama tick. My score prediction is going to be 45-24 Vols.
45-24. All right. If
Lee, I know Lee doesn't give score predictions like Herb Street, but I'd love to hear what he's thinking.
No, I don't mind. I'm good. No, I think I'm like closer to you, Bobby. Like I think there's a shit ton of points. Like I don't think Tennessee has much of an issue scoring, and I kind of think Mississippi State scores a shit ton too. But yeah, what'd you say? 42-35, something?
42-27, somewhere in there. I think they score like 4 touchdowns. I do.
I mean, 45-32, something. I don't know, 45-31, something. 45-35, something like that. I think we're gonna have to outscore them. I think they're gonna put some points on us.
I agree. I think Chapin's pretty good too.
I think both defenses are kind of really up against it, against these offenses. So,
yeah. No, I think that's fair. Mississippi State will they have trouble running the ball today?
I mean,
what does that mean, Rusty? What do you mean by that? Like yards per carry or
yards per carry, because that to me is what matters in running the football. Yards per carry is the most important thing about running the football.
I mean, they're gonna play like us. I mean, if they've got numbers, if we're showing light boxes, they're gonna run it, and they can probably be somewhat effective enough in it. Whether they can be effective enough to get us to bring safeties down into the box, like I'm not really sure. They just count the explosive plays. I think that's really determines everything. Like who can hit the explosives. Like running the ball is important. Don't get me wrong, but like modern college football, like you can't give up explosive plays. Like that's what gets you beat. Like running the ball is great, but you got to run the ball to like get those explosives. I get it, but
you can't get explosives if the other team sits back.
I would sit back in my umbrella like all day, make them drive the field. They'll make a mistake. Like you try not to give up those big plays, even though I think they'll hit probably a couple of them.
Yeah.
They're good offense, and our defense is kind of suspect in areas. So, but
by the way, can I give one more quick update on a injury thing, Rusty?
Yeah.
I feel very strongly from somebody I talked to about 2 days ago. It was 2 days ago, so it was Thursday. That Jermod McCoy will be playing will be available for Arkansas.
Yes.
Because of the 9-month mark. I don't know if you've heard the same thing from your people.
100%.
But I feel very strongly that and if that's true, Tennessee's defense, if you get Hobbs back, Tennessee's defense will improve tremendously. We're probably not as good as we were last year, or maybe even the year before. I'm not sure, but I think we're going to be very good. Take that for what it's worth.
You're completely different with a McCoy if he's last year's McCoy.
I mean, if he's 75% of last year's McCoy, you're going to improve.
Yes, but you can be elite if he's last year's McCoy. You're going to be better with him if he's 75. But if he gives you anything, if he gives you like 95, then you can suddenly be elite because Banks can then start putting guys on the island the way he wants to and not worrying about it as much. And that was the problem. I mean, I'm not going to talk about that Georgia game anymore. Jana, what's your score for tomorrow? And then we're going to call it a day. Today. What's your score for today? And we're going to call it a day.
My score is 42-17 us.
I think, that's I don't think that's far off. I think there's a real chance of that.
If we win by 25 points, do we finally get some damn respect on our name? I mean, I'm about damn sick of Tennessee being ranked 15th.
You know what? I don't really have any problem with where we're ranked.
I do, because it does matter a little bit. It still plays in the mind of that committee. I know we say strength schedule doesn't matter. It does matter. They're humans.
Mine isn't about that. My point was I don't really have a problem with where we're ranked. Except us being behind Iowa State is kind of ridiculous to me. That's my only thing.
I could name 3 teams we shouldn't be behind, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple others, but
I'm not sure we're not the best one-loss team in the country right now.
Yeah, but
We are.
yeah, I would have us in front of Texas.
I mean, Texas's defense is superior to ours, and if Arch Manning can figure it out, they are a better team than we are. But now he has not figured it out, and I refuse to believe that they're a better one-loss team than we are. Their loss is better than ours. I will give them that.
My whole point was I don't have a huge gripe with anybody else ahead of us. It's just Iowa State being ahead of us, I think, is ludicrous. That's my only thing about the polls right now.
Well, that'll take care of itself if we win by any points.
Yeah,
and they lose as Lee says they will today. By the way, Lee, I'm gonna go throw some money line stuff on that one just because of what you said. Just so you know.
Yeah, Arizona's playing good, man. I think they're pretty solid. Iowa State's just voodoo shit, man.
Is Voodoo or whatever is Fafito? Is he still there at QB?
Yeah, Fafita. Yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the road. It's at Iowa State, but yeah, I think I like Arizona today. Yeah, I think it's a solid play. You want two underdogs, like on money lines that are big, which understand they're big for a reason, but App State is like plus 550 on the money line at Boise tonight.
Is that one you play?
Yeah, and then FAU is about plus 440 on the money line at home against Memphis.
I think Memphis is good. Memphis is pretty good. Maybe I'm wrong. I think their quarterback's pretty good.
If Arkansas doesn't fumble going into the end zone last week, that number is nowhere near what it is.
Yeah.
Like bye week, those are two big dogs. I think.
So those are throw a shekel on that. You're giving us some free plays there.
App State money line and
FAU money line.
And FAU money line.
You combine them together, it's about plus 3,500.
Ooh.
And if you lop Arizona in there, that's what I'm gonna do. Just for funsies, I'm gonna lop Arizona in there, and I'm gonna run like a very small bet on that. But that would be like plus 10,000.
Love it.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do parlays, that's the way to do them. I know it sounds crazy, but you can beat some money.
By the way, Scotty Scheffler, I've berated him all weekend. He just pulled his whipstick out, if you know what I mean. That was a huge shot in a big moment. I don't know if y'all are caught up, but wow.
Not live, not watching, but I'm going to get the highlights in a few. All right, guys. Thank everybody on Spaces so much. GBO to everybody out there. Mac, your final words to before we go.
Dear baby Jesus, don't let us lose this game, and I have to hear that fat fuck's mouth, Brandon Walker. Amen. I didn't know you.
I need a Mac every Saturday morning. Can we just get Mac post Friday night trauma to himself?
Yeah, we're here for it. It's happening.
I will send any amount of Venmo money to you to make this happen. I have thoroughly enjoyed his commentary.
All right, and do that. And if you can get us a sponsorship from Modelo, like a real one, I would appreciate that too. So that's all I ask.
I know a guy.
Well, then, hey, phone calls, make them.
I will. I swear I will.
All right. Love everybody.
All right.
GBF&O, God bless. GBO, go Big Orange. Let's beat these son bitches.
Bring it hard. If you're going to the game, bring it hard.
Let's take these cowbells and shove them squarely up their candy asses.
Sounds good.